Welcome to the Wisdom Path. Have you ever felt that life sometimes overwhelms you? Do you feel stressed, anxious, or trapped by your thoughts? If so, you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll explore the transformative power of mindfulness, a simple yet powerful tool to achieve mental clarity, inner peace, and personal growth. We'll dive deep into 10 common habits that weaken our minds and how mindfulness can help us overcome them. You'll discover practical methods to implement right away, enabling you to face life's challenges with confidence and balance. As Denzel Washington famously said, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship." So, let's start embracing the lessons life brings. Before we dive in, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the Wisdom Path to stay updated on future videos. Let's begin our journey toward a stronger, healthier mind. Habit number 1, constantly worrying about the future. Constantly worrying about the future is like trying to cross a bridge before you even reach it. You exhaust yourself mentally, creating scenarios that may never even happen. Think about it this way. It's like standing on the shore, scared of waves that haven't arrived yet. This habit weakens your mind because it keeps you in a state of anxiety and prevents you from fully experiencing the present moment. Imagine you're on a beautiful hike, but instead of enjoying the scenery, you're constantly worrying about getting lost. You miss all the joy and beauty around you. Mindfulness teaches us to stay grounded in the present. It's about observing your thoughts without immediately reacting to them. Imagine mindfulness as an anchor. It keeps your boat steady in stormy seas. By gently focusing your attention on the present moment, like the rhythm of your breathing, you start calming the anxiety about the future. Think of your mind as a sky. Sometimes clouds of worry come by, but mindfulness helps you recognize these clouds without getting caught up in them. Clouds naturally come and go, just like your worries about tomorrow. You can't control the clouds, but you can control how much attention you give them. To overcome the habit of worrying about the future, practice being fully present in simple activities. For instance, when you drink your morning coffee, fully engage your senses. Notice the aroma, taste each sip slowly, and appreciate the warmth of the cup in your hands. This simple practice helps train your mind to focus on the here and now. Remember, worrying doesn't empty tomorrow of its troubles. It empties today of its peace. By cultivating mindfulness, you're teaching your mind to remain calm even when life feels uncertain. Habit number 2, dwelling on negative experiences. Dwelling on negative experiences is like replaying a sad movie over and over again, hoping it will somehow change its ending. Each replay drains your emotional energy, leaving you feeling stuck and unhappy. Imagine holding on to a hot coal, expecting someone else to feel the pain, only you get burned. This habit weakens our minds because it prevents us from moving forward. When you're stuck in past disappointments, it's like driving a car while looking only in the rearview mirror. You'll likely crash. You miss the opportunities right in front of you. Mindfulness can help you let go of these painful memories. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room, letting in fresh air. Instead of pushing away negative thoughts, mindfulness invites you to observe them without judgment. You acknowledge their presence and then gently bring your attention back to the present moment. One helpful way to overcome negative experiences is through gratitude. Every time you notice yourself dwelling on past pain, pause and think of 3 things you are genuinely grateful for today. Gratitude shifts your attention from what's wrong to what's going right. It's like switching your mental channel from a drama film to an uplifting documentary. Remember, every moment you spend focusing on past negativity is a moment lost to create new positive memories. Mindfulness and gratitude together can help you reclaim your mental freedom. Habit number 3, comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is like running a race while constantly looking sideways. You lose sight of your own path and slow yourself down. It's easy to get trapped into thinking others have it all figured out, but in reality, everyone is facing their own challenges. This habit weakens your mind by undermining your self-worth. Imagine planting flowers in your garden, but instead of appreciating your blooms, you constantly compare them to your neighbors. You ignore your garden's unique beauty and potential. Mindfulness teaches us to focus inwardly and appreciate our individual journeys. As Brian Tracy wisely stated, never compare yourself with others. You are incomparable. Each of us has a unique path, talents, and circumstances. To overcome the habit of comparison, practice mindfulness through self-acceptance. Spend a few minutes each day in quiet reflection, acknowledging your strengths, talents, and personal achievements. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Imagine your journey as a book you're writing page by page. You wouldn't compare your unfinished story to someone else's completed novel. Your story is yours alone, filled with its own valuable lessons and beautiful moments. Habit number 4, holding on to resentment. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison, hoping the other person gets hurt. This habit weakens your mind because resentment acts as an emotional toxin, constantly draining your mental energy and joy. Mindfulness helps us forgive and move forward. Forgiveness is not about excusing others' actions. It's about releasing yourself from the pain and bitterness those actions caused. Imagine forgiveness as dropping heavy stones you've been carrying around. The relief you feel is immediate and liberating. To practice forgiveness mindfully, start by acknowledging your feelings without judgment. Give yourself permission to feel hurt, but then gently remind yourself that holding on to resentment only hurts you further. Visualize yourself letting go of these heavy stones one by one, feeling lighter with each release. The great teacher Buddha once said, "Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned." Choosing mindfulness and forgiveness frees your mind and heart from unnecessary suffering. By overcoming these first 4 habits, you begin cultivating a stronger, healthier mind, filled with clarity and positivity. You're laying a strong foundation for greater inner peace and lasting happiness. Habit number 3, comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is like running a race while constantly watching the other runners instead of focusing on your own path. Imagine you're running a marathon and spending all your energy looking at how fast others run, their technique, or how they look. You might stumble, lose your balance, or even lose sight of your goal entirely. Life works the same way. When you constantly compare your life to someone else's, you end up feeling frustrated and discouraged. Brian Tracy, a famous motivational coach, once said, "Never compare your beginning to someone else's middle." This simple truth is easily forgotten. Everyone is on their own unique journey. When you compare, you'll always find someone who seems better, more talented, or luckier than you. But the truth is, you're only seeing part of their life, not the full picture. Think of a garden filled with different flowers. Each flower blooms at its own time and in its own special way. The rose doesn't compare itself to the tulip, and the tulip never feels less valuable than the rose. Each flower simply blooms beautifully, exactly as it should. Likewise, you are unique, with your own special talents and gifts. How can you break the habit of comparison? Practice mindfulness. Pause and consciously notice your strengths. Think right now about 3 things you appreciate about yourself. It could be your determination, empathy, or creativity. Remind yourself regularly that your worth doesn't depend on being better than someone else. It comes from being authentically you. Habit number 4, perfectionism. Perfectionism sounds positive, but in reality, it's like being trapped inside a cage you built yourself. Imagine a painter who keeps correcting a single painting, never finishing because it's never perfect enough. The painting never gets seen or enjoyed. Similarly, perfectionism can keep you from achieving your goals because you never feel ready or good enough to move forward. Denzel Washington famously said, "Don't strive for perfection, strive for progress." This is powerful advice. The pursuit of perfection often stops us from taking action because we're afraid of making mistakes. But mistakes are a natural part of learning. Every successful person, from artists to leaders, made plenty of mistakes before becoming great. How do you overcome perfectionism? Practice the mindset of good enough. Ask yourself, is this good enough to move forward? If yes, accept it and move on. Learn to embrace small imperfections. Remember, every masterpiece, every great project started with a small, imperfect first step. The important thing is taking that first step. Habit number 5, procrastination. Procrastination, putting off important tasks, is like carrying a heavy stone that slows you down. Imagine trying to climb a mountain, but always saying, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I still have time." Eventually, you realize you haven't moved at all, while others have reached the top. Procrastination weakens your mind because it drains your energy. Constantly delaying tasks leads to stress and anxiety, building up in your body and mind. How can you overcome procrastination effectively? Use the small step technique. Instead of viewing a large task as one big obstacle, break it down into tiny, manageable steps. Start with just 5 minutes of work. Once you start, you'll often realize continuing is much easier than you imagined. Remember the power of habits. Actions repeated consistently become automatic. If you create positive daily habits, procrastination will slowly fade away. Start with small routines, like spending 10 minutes each day doing the very thing you've been postponing. Habit number 6, constantly worrying about the future. Worrying excessively about the future is like trying to see clearly through thick fog. The more you try to look ahead, the harder it becomes to notice what's right in front of you. Imagine you're driving down a road covered in heavy fog. If you're always focused on what's far ahead, you become tense and afraid, risking losing sight of the road directly beneath your wheels. Similarly, when you worry about the future, you become mentally exhausted. Anxiety fills your mind, making you less productive and less present in your daily life. Instead of enjoying life today, you live in fear of what might happen tomorrow. The great philosopher Lao Tzu once wisely stated, "If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present." This teaching reminds us of the power of living fully in the present moment. But how can we overcome constant worrying about the future? Start by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying attention to what's happening right now, without judgment or fear. Whenever you notice anxiety creeping into your mind, gently bring your attention back to the present. Feel your breathing, notice the sounds around you, and reconnect with the reality of this exact moment. Another powerful practice is to shift your focus onto things you can actually control. Instead of worrying about things beyond your influence, identify small actions you can take today to improve your situation. Imagine yourself planting seeds in a garden. You can't control the weather, but you can water and nurture the seeds daily. Likewise, put your energy into today's actions rather than tomorrow's worries. Habit number 7, focusing on negative thoughts. Constantly dwelling on negative thoughts is like wearing sunglasses indoors. No matter how bright the room is, it always seems dark and gloomy. Imagine walking around your home wearing sunglasses all day. You'd miss the beauty and warmth of natural sunlight. Similarly, when negative thoughts dominate your mind, even joyful moments seem dull and unfulfilling. Negative thinking weakens your mind because it colors your entire reality with pessimism. The more you focus on problems, the harder it becomes to see solutions. Your mind starts believing that things can never get better, and eventually, this negative mindset holds you back from taking positive steps forward. So, how can you break free from negativity? First, begin by consciously noticing when negative thoughts appear. When you find yourself stuck in negativity, gently challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or holding me back? Often, just recognizing that negative thinking isn't useful can break its power over you. Secondly, practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is like a flashlight in the dark. Even in difficult situations, gratitude helps you see clearly the good things that still exist. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe it's a supportive friend, a beautiful sunset, or simply being healthy. Regularly practicing gratitude helps your brain shift toward positivity, building stronger mental resilience. Habit number 8, avoiding responsibility. Avoiding responsibility for your life is like giving someone else the steering wheel of your car and hoping they drive you to the right destination. Imagine sitting in the passenger seat while someone else drives wherever they want. You might end up in places you don't want to be, feeling powerless and frustrated. Similarly, when you avoid taking responsibility for your decisions and actions, you hand your power over to external circumstances or other people. Taking responsibility means recognizing that you have the ability to shape your own life, regardless of what happens around you. It's about understanding that your choices, big or small, directly impact your future. A helpful step to overcome this habit is to acknowledge your own role clearly and honestly. Whenever something goes wrong, instead of immediately blaming others or circumstances, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? Taking responsibility isn't about blaming yourself. It's about empowering yourself. It gives you the freedom to choose differently next time, enabling growth and improvement. Habit number 9, neglecting self-care. Neglecting self-care is like driving a car without ever stopping to refuel or do maintenance. Eventually, your car breaks down, leaving you stranded. Similarly, when you don't take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally, you eventually burn out, lose energy, and struggle to face life's challenges. Self-care is essential. It strengthens your mind, boosts your confidence, and improves your resilience to stress. Yet, many people wrongly believe that taking care of themselves is selfish. The truth is exactly the opposite. When you invest time in self-care, you become healthier, happier, and more able to support those around you. Start small. Dedicate just 10 to 15 minutes each day to activities that refresh you, like reading, meditating, exercising, or simply relaxing with your favorite music. Taking these small breaks is like recharging your phone's battery. It ensures that you're ready for whatever life brings your way. Habit number 10, holding on to anger and resentment. Holding on to anger and resentment is like holding a hot coal in your hand, waiting to throw it at someone else. In reality, you're the one getting burned. Imagine this scenario clearly. You're angry because someone treated you unfairly, so you keep replaying the event in your mind. You feel the anger boiling inside, becoming more intense each time. But the person who hurt you might not even realize what you're going through. They're moving forward with their life while you remain stuck in your pain. Holding on to anger doesn't punish the other person. It only punishes you. It drains your mental energy, steals your happiness, and makes it impossible for you to fully enjoy life. A powerful quote by Nelson Mandela perfectly captures this truth. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. But how can we let go of anger and resentment, especially when it seems justified? The answer lies in forgiveness and mindfulness. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean that what the other person did is acceptable or right. Forgiveness simply means choosing your own peace over continued suffering. Think of forgiveness as dropping a heavy backpack filled with stones you've been carrying for far too long. When you let it go, you instantly feel lighter, freer, and ready to move forward in your life. To practice forgiveness, first acknowledge your feelings clearly. It's healthy and necessary to recognize your anger or hurt. Then ask yourself honestly, does holding on to this anger serve me or hurt me? Usually, you'll realize it's causing you pain more than anyone else. You can then practice empathy. Try to imagine why the other person acted as they did. Perhaps they were dealing with their own struggles or fears. Seeing things from their perspective doesn't excuse their behavior, but it can help you let go of resentment. Mindfulness also plays a significant role. Each time painful memories return, gently redirect your attention to the present moment. Focus on your breath, your surroundings, or a positive activity. Over time, this practice weakens the grip that resentment holds over your mind, bringing it all together, creating a strong mindset. Now that we've discussed these harmful habits and their solutions, let's summarize the core lessons we've learned. Remember, mental strength doesn't develop overnight. It's built through small daily decisions and consistent practice. Like growing a tree, mental strength requires patience, nurturing, and time. Every mindful action, every conscious choice you make strengthens your roots and helps you grow stronger and more resilient. Make mindfulness a daily habit. Even 5 minutes each day spent focusing on your breath, thoughts, or feelings can dramatically improve your clarity and emotional stability. Embrace forgiveness, gratitude, and personal responsibility in your everyday life. These qualities transform your mind and lead you toward true peace and lasting happiness. Finally, focus on small steps rather than enormous leaps. Each day, do one small positive thing to move your life forward. Over time, these small steps create incredible changes. Taking action. Your personal journey. Let me invite you right now to take practical action. Find a notebook or journal and write down the habits from these videos that resonated with you the most. For each one, write one small action you'll commit to taking today or this week. Maybe it's spending 5 minutes meditating each morning. Maybe it's deciding to let go of one grudge you've carried, or perhaps it's simply appreciating yourself more by listing 3 strengths each day. Taking small, committed actions creates a strong foundation for lifelong growth. Remember, the best day to start transforming your mind was yesterday. The second best day is today. I want to leave you with one final thought. Your mind is the greatest tool you have. How you use it determines the quality of your life. By overcoming these harmful habits, you'll unlock new potential, joy, and strength you never imagined possible. Thank you for walking this path with me. I truly believe in your ability to build a happier, stronger, and more fulfilled life. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to The Wisdom Path to continue receiving more empowering insights. Your journey doesn't end here. It's just beginning. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep walking the wisdom path. Take care and see you soon on the Wisdom Path.